Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where today we are in the Crypt Spire. Yay! And this place is fairly small, however it goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And as you've seen maybe on the channel, if you go up too high, you actually fly out of this place and you can see the sun or the moon or a planet or something very closely. So that's also on the channel. You guys can go check that out if you want. But it's pretty amazing what happens when you fly out of the Crypt Spire. That is neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with today. What we are going to run today is a flavor of the bayonet build for all Revenants video that most people have seen at this point, and it's a flavor of that, specially made and designed for the Crypt Spire here. Now we are going for the Black Blood Liberator because it is red and it matches our style here with the red everything that is on the Revenant. Also, it has the highest drain rating in the game, and we could go for something like this, or we could go for something like this and be quick mobility. Either one would be completely fine. I just think that we will look the best with what we are going with now, and if we went with the Ivory Grace, we could get rid of Hasten and go for something else, namely probably we would go for either Regenerator or something like Fusillade Rondo or Radiant Barrel, something of that sort. There's really nothing else here that would be most important to recover. So at this point, I think what we have set up here is going to be beneficial all around. So the idea here is to use the exploit between Field of Thirst and Supernatural Blood to recover Ichor as fast as possible. However, we will have the Black Blood Liberator to make sure that we are able to parry and backstab to get monstrous amounts of Ichor back whenever we need to. So for this fella here, all we're going to need to do is a couple of these gifts, nothing too crazy here, and then we will go for a couple of shots, and you'll notice that we are able to burst these guys down very, very fast, very, very easily with our bayonet. So that is the name of the game here in this area. And now here we can go for backstabs. As you can see, we get about 13 Ichor on a backstab. So very, very, very good. And okay, that guy is now active. So we will go for this and this. Okay, and this guy, we will go for, we will go for some backstabs here and some parries to recover our Ichor before we, okay, and that guy had to attack at a exact opportune moment. So you can see that if we do get hit, if we do get into a scrape with some enemies, we are going to go down rather quickly, because there are many hard-hitting enemies here. However, if we are able to actually get the jump on these guys, no pun intended there, we are going to be able to we are going to be able to seriously ruin these guys. Whoops, okay. He's going to walk in circles, so we will go ahead and take a backstab here. Good, and now we will back up, and as you can see, we are able to destroy these guys if we are able to actually get the bayonet shots off with all of our abilities and everything up and running here. So for this guy, we'll just go ahead and shoot him, and we'll take this guy on to make sure that we don't have any problems. And so now that we have a lot of Ichor, what we can do is we can take this guy on with this and this, and we can go for all the shots here at a distance, no problem. So we are able to super destroy these guys anytime we come up against them, simply, easily, no problem, if we are able to do our bayonet shots. That is a pretty big if here. And, oh, right then, crotch. Nice. And so we are able to take good advantage of these guys being at a distance all over the place. And as you can see, we are slowly creeping back with our health from lifesteal, because we will be at range most of the time, and it becomes a problem when we are up close and personal with the enemy. Here is when we will have some serious issues to go up against. Okay, so this guy, we will get all our iCar back, and we will go ahead and shoot these guys at distances here to make sure that we are able and capable of, you know, actually making progress against them. Oops, okay. And here is the position where it is very, very, very nice to have access to a huge amount of iCore recovery on backstab. Now this guy would be lovely to backstab or parry, but I don't know if we will, okay, I don't know if we will actually get to be able to do that. Okay. Okay, good. One parry is good, as that brings us up to a significant amount of iCore there, all things considered. Now, the monkey's room here is very, very, very dangerous. So what we will need, we will absolutely need a booster here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, let's get this, and then we should be able to shoot down some monkeys. Okay, good. And one over here. Very good. Okay, can I lock onto this guy? There we go. Good. Okay, and one more monkey. Okay, great. So that is very, very important to get rid of them before we actually get through the door. This next area with the invasion is going to be super, 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 super cumbersome, and we will probably die significantly in this area. So let's go ahead and use a regen inducer, because we will have the opportunity to actually get a regen inducer if we survive the invasion. So this will be a lot of dodge and run and shoot to make sure that we are capable at all points to be able to engage the enemy with all of the gusto that we can muster here. Okay, so we'll start off with a backstab to make sure that we get iframes so that we can be as far away from these guys as possible. Okay, so let's just back up here real quick. Okay, and let's head down the hallway so we can shoot some guys here. Okay, good. And let's backstab here a little bit to recover a lot of iCore, since we don't have supernatural blood running, and we don't have anything else active and available here for us. Okay, so now we did push the spawn point, which is good. Okay, and here we should be able to burst this guy down. Very good. Okay. Okay. Good, let's go for a charge booster, because we do have a couple of big boys coming in here. Okay. Alright, now we do have the hunter here coming, so this is very, very important that we kill him quickly here, or at least get to a position where we can... Oops, yep. One more shot and we would have had him. So you can see that even though we are max health, it doesn't mean anything at all, just because of the fact that we take damage at an inordinate amount of level there. And so it's just better if we go for... we probably should have shot a little bit faster, but that's okay. So you can see that even though we do have the power and the capability here to destroy multiple enemies, the reality is that you know, we just don't have an overwhelming amount of ability when it comes to enemies that are very quick and that are in between our shot profile. Okay, so now we will need this. Perfect. Okay, and we got our health back, which is excellent because we lost 1 ichor worth of health, and we lose health at 5% per ichor. And so it's in our best interest here to make sure that we are up and running on ichor and health as much as possible. That is so wonderful that we are able to burst these guys down quickly, easily, effectively, because you know, if you do get in a tangle with them, things become very difficult very quickly. Okay, so now we have this fella again. So, okay, good. Okay, let's get this guy going. Excellent. Alright, now we got the big boy, so we can backstab him if we want to, maybe. There we go. And then we'll back up for a couple of shots here. And it's very nice if we do get parries and backstabs and the like, because it will help us raise that ichor cap, which is so very necessary for us in order to actually have everything running all at the same time. So let's wait for cognitive zeal, as we absolutely need to kill monkeys here very, very quickly and very, very easily. So let's go ahead and kill this guy quickly. Good. And monkey there. And monkey here. What? Okay, let's back up. There, that should be good. And it's unfortunate that you can't free aim. Okay, good. And then one more monkey up here. So let's see if we can let him jump in here. Okay. Unfortunate there, but we are going to have to get a couple of backstabs in order to get supernatural blood back up and running, and all of our gifts are kind of on the low end here of having ichor, so pretty bad all things considered. So let's pick up our haze and then we will do the invasion again. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay. Nobody's in here. Interesting. Let's go for a shot on this fella. Good. Okay. Now we should be able to take this guy on his parry, because it's a pretty easy, obvious attack there. Okay. Good. And we'll just go for a couple backstabs here to load up on ichor before we start getting our gifts going. So this will help us considerably here. Okay. Now we can go for our gifts. Okay, we'll go for a couple more backstabs here. We'll just load up here a little bit to make everything easier. Okay, let's go for some launch attacks, since we can. I mean, why not? and this is super helpful to raise our I-core cap to 60 because it is very, very necessary for us to have our I-core up to the cap if we can. Okay, good. Okay, and we can free shoot down the hallway here. That is completely fine and possible. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, they're in this room, so that's kind of bad. But we should be able to funnel them down the hallway here. Okay. Good. Okay, and now we have the hunter. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. Pretty good for the area here. Let's see what we got. A 212 for our efforts. That is pretty bad. Thanks, Lyle. Your invasion was a lot of fun. But as you can see, if we are having all of our wits about us and we have the I-core available, it's very, very, very possible to get through here unscathed without any worse for wear. So let's go ahead and bring at least the, so in the event that we actually do die, again, later on, let's go ahead and get these shortcuts opened up for us, so that way we don't have to continue running the entire tower. I typically enjoy the run through the tower to try and do it in a single go without dying to anything. So that way we have the most fun possible through the tower. However, just because of time's sake, it will be very beneficial for us to just get through here as painless as possible. Okay. Let's just keep going for the backstabs here, even though we did supernatural blood and all that. Okay, we will go for a couple more backstabs here, just to load up, because we do have this fella coming here, and we want to make sure that we dispatch this guy before this fella enjoys his demise. Okay, and we broke his AI with Night Stalker there, and that is completely fine. But as you can see, this build has a significant amount of power in it when you are playing solo, and in something like the Crypt Spire, it is very, 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 very beneficial to make sure that you can actually destroy the enemies very, very quickly before you get into any of the other scenarios where, you know, things can go down pretty quickly here. Okay. Oh boy. And that is what you want to watch for, is these gunners. They are pretty deadly, and especially because you have to stop and shoot, so you want to shoot as fast as possible and make sure that you don't get hit by that guy. Thank goodness for iframes there. Okay, and those guys will latch or leash, and they will go back. Maybe this guy won't though. Okay, there he goes. This guy is looking extra excited. Now I do want to kill them to get the, oh, they're still shooting, to get the health back, but that's okay. We should be fine now. But I think we will go ahead and heal. I always consider healing as a crutch. It's just something about it that doesn't feel right. Like, if I can't get through on my own merits, then I'm not good enough. And so I like challenging myself to just don't heal when I get into things. But areas like this are exceptionally deadly, and so I think we will just go ahead and heal for right now. Let's see. So we do need a little bit of health, or a little bit of I-core here. So we will head over here. Whoops. We'll get some backstabs. We'll get supernatural blood going. And then we will be able to burst this guy down. Okay. There's his kick. That kick is... Oh, that kick is extra deadly. Okay. Hopefully we did not alert the others here. So that is very important. Okay, good. Now we can go for everything here, basically. Okay. No, not that guy. This guy. Let's go ahead and heal. And we will go for our I-Core here. And we will go for another charge booster. Okay. Okay, great. And we got all our I-Core back. Alright. 17,700 is pretty decent for a couple of bayonet shots. So if you use the charge booster item here along the way in tandem with Time Crunch and Charge Accelerator from Heimdall, you can actually do some crazy fast bayonet shots, which is very, very, very nice. Okay, let's go open up the other shortcut just to make sure that we can get all the way back here as quickly as possible in the event that we do die. So lifesteal is definitely helping and doing some good work here along the way, but it's not the thing that's helping us super significantly. I walked right past the ladder. As you can see, because we can get destroyed every time we get touched by an enemy, it doesn't really matter how much health we get back from the 5% of killing an enemy, because we get destroyed so easily when an enemy attacks us, because we don't really have any defenses. It's very, very important that we make sure that we have enough I-Core to continue the onslaught, because as soon as we run out of I-Core along the way here, you will notice that we go downhill very quickly. Okay, can I get this guy? There we go. Oh. Oh. Okay, good. We killed that guy. And we should be able to kill this guy. Good. Excellent. Now, being focused is great and all. However, with this build setup and all that, it really doesn't help us in any appreciable kind of way. So we can go ahead and sit here and wait for our business here. And then we'll go ahead and burst this guy down. And using supernatural blood there, I know it's kind of a cheaty kind of thing. However, it is in the game. And because it is in the game, I mean, we're going to use it, and it is going to benefit us significantly, and so we might as well use the abilities that we have given to us here in the game. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a time wait here for, you know, what we have. Okay, and these guys don't activate, and so we can kill them before they activate and stand up. Hopefully we can kill this monkey. We have to back up a little bit. I don't know if we can actually hit him. There we go. Okay. And then this guy. Oops. Okay. Let's see if we can get a backstab. There we go. This will help us because supernatural blood is over, obviously. And it gives us the timing to actually sit that guy down and shoot him. Okay, let's see if we can hit the monkey. No. Can we hit him from here? Monkey? There we go. Okay, we hit him up there. Actually, we hit him into the wall. That is the monkey that can glitch. And so he is stuck forever in the wall. And he cannot come out of the wall. So that is his downfall. To his chagrin, he is not able to come out of the wall there. If you tag him before he's able to do anything, he does get stuck and he can't actually get out of the wall. It's kind of funny. Okay, so here we go, and we'll definitely go for a supernatural blood here. Not that we needed to or anything, because we are now at the top of the Crypt Spire. So if you're looking for a way to get through the Crypt Spire kind of at a slow, methodical kind of pace, this build setup here at max difficulty still rings true with significant amounts of power and significant amounts of utility, even for the invasion, because you're able to gun the fellas down pretty quickly, pretty simply. And this build, pairing up with Night Stalker as well, it allows you the benefit of kind of taking on enemies one at a time. And since we have massive single target damage, that works out very, very, very well. And as you can see, the 60 I-core of our build right now is very, very helpful, because we are able to fill that up immediately, pretty much. And with our backstabs at like 13.5 I-core on a backstab, that really, really helps us to be able to fill in the gaps where we don't have Supernatural Blood and Field of Thirst active at the same time. So you can see that our slash resistance is pretty trash and our pierce resistance is pretty trash, and so we don't really have any kind of good resistance here along the way, which is why we die pretty much immediately as soon as we get hit by any kind of enemy. And as you'll notice, we don't have any real lightning defense either. Here at 32, it's almost our lowest one. So if the hunters in black actually hit us with one of their lightning bolts, or they get their lightning buff going, we will have an even worse time because we cannot defend against lightning either. So overall, this works out very, very well here in the Crypt Spire, and you don't even need like cleansing light or any of those kind of shenanigans. You can just go straight up damage all the way here. Now if you really want to get crazy, you could go for Merciless Reaper, and you could use that with every single shot that you use. There is a glitch that if you block before the enemy is hit by Merciless Reaper, let's see if I can do it. If you block, there is a way that it's a parry, I think. It's a parry, and oops, okay. I'll see if I can get it here for you. But there is a way to cancel out Merciless Reaper, but it is very there we go. So you can have it stay active, but it is very timing intensive to make sure that you know where your shots are going and if they are landing or not, and you can keep Reaper active. Let's see, if you do it too fast, it will go away anyways. So you have to do it towards the end of the actual gunshots, and then you could use Reaper for a significant damage increase. So if we go back to the entrance, we'll try it on. I'll show you on the first fella here. Now the problem with this obviously is that you have to do a shot, do a parry, and then you have to do another shot, and then you have to do another parry if you want to keep Reaper going in between. So it's very, very, very intense to remember, when is Reaper active, what is going on, and how your gifts and abilities and everything are actually engaging with the enemy. So now we have 2 shots. Okay, so we will go 1, and when it hits, oh, I missed. But you can see there that it was 12,000 damage instead of 8,000 damage. So if you play that back, you pause that at the different areas. So you have to gauge the distance and the timing of the bullets, which is very difficult to do in combat, to be able to understand where are my bullets, did they hit the enemy, am I actually doing anything that I can. Okay, and good, we got it. Okay, and we got it. Okay, so we got both of them there, but you can see how much extra time is spent using parries, and you have to make sure that you get backstabs, because if you use Field of Thirst, it will ruin Merciless Reaper. So it is a very, very high skill cap kind of mechanic here that you can go for with this entire setup. And the reality of this entire thing is that it's not exceptionally practical in adventuring terms, just because of the fact that you have to actually time where your shots are, and if they've hit, like, if you, they only count when you've gotten to the end of the bullet, or if you've hit the enemy or a wall or something like that. So you have to get very, very good at gauging distance of your bullet and understanding when that bullet is getting to that point. So it is very timing intensive and very, very labor intensive. So that's why we're not going for this here, because I just kind of want to enjoy my time through the cathedral. And if you use Reaper and Field of Thirst, if it hits an enemy or not, as you see there, it uses it up, and there's nothing you can do to mitigate that. Let's see if the parry works with it. It may, who knows? That might be interesting. Okay, so the parry works with it, and that might be the ticket to actually make this viable long term. Okay, so let's head back and see if the parry works the same with Merciless Reaper. So let's go this, and this, and let's see if the added benefit here of having Field of Thirst active will help us. Okay, so let's go this and this. Okay, so that works. Okay, and one more. Oh, see, we were too close, and so Reaper went away. Okay, so that's a higher skill cap than I'm capable of to actually play, but I would have to practice with that a little more. So your parries in between with Field of Thirst and Merciless Reaper, that does actually negate the problem that we have with Field of Thirst and Merciless Reaper active for the bayonet. So that is a way that you could get a little more damage out, and especially here in the Crypt Spire, you could get bonkers amounts of more damage, because the hunters in black are weak to pierce, and since we are doing pierce bullets, and Reaper then magnifies their weakness by 4 times. So it's a great way to increase the damage. Sorry for the long ending here, but I think it's worth talking about to let you guys know how to operate Merciless Reaper with a bayonet, as well as to my shock here, Field of Thirst as well, to not ruin Merciless Reaper. So anyways, there you guys go. I hope that was informative and helpful and interesting and fun, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Blade Bear and Cannoneer and the fight with Mito. As we are going solo, we will have to do things a little bit differently to understand how we can go about engaging with each of these environments to make the most out of each fight. So we'll see you guys then, and take care, and thank you guys so much for watching and being around. It means a lot, and I really enjoy chatting with you guys. It's a lot of fun. I love doing what we're doing here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.